Welcome to the No Budget Indie Filmcast, where we dip into the independent film universe to highlight those little films that you might not have heard about elsewhere. You will agree with our panel, or will our panel agree with each other? Tune in to find out. I am Milo Dennison, and with me, as always, is Claire Milan
Hello.
and Paul Feeney.
Hello.
Hey, Paul, what's on the agenda this week?
Okay, so the film this week is called Doppelganger, directed by Drew DeWalt or DeWalt, and stars Reagan, Dale, Neis, I'm going to say Neis, and Brad Light. So it is a short psychological horror. We have two main characters. The female character, she is in my background there. So she starts off, she's in a subway and she gets a phone call from her boyfriend, and he sounds kind of disturbed and anxious and a bit frantic, and he's telling her, he's been replaced by a doppelganger and don't go home. And of course she goes home. So in the apartment, her boyfriend is there, and she's angry with him, and then suddenly the phone rings again, and anyway, I better not go any further into the detail, but there's a sort of an outcome, that results from this whole kind of scenario. I thought it was a nice little short. I mean, I'm not really a huge horror fan, but it was just nice and compact and very, very well made for a short, low budget film. They like to use the kind of the lighting, it's kind of a sepia tone, kind of even a kind of a creepy look, and the sound, and some of the shots were really nice, like the opening shot with the train going by, and then when she's on the phone, and then as she's talking, you see the train coming closer in the background. Yeah, and I mean, I suppose you can sort of anticipate what's going to happen, but it's still it's still a nice concept anyway, and it was well done, very well done. I mean, it could have been, it, it could have been done much worse, but I thought it was good.
I thought it was really good. And it's funny, as you know, I used to hate horror. I used to be terrified and I wouldn't watch it. But I've recently, for some reason, I've got into horror stuff. Like I watched that film Smile recently. I don't know if you've seen that one, and it's really scary. But I started reading Stephen King novels as well, they're absolutely amazing. So yeah, I was really excited to see this. And I thought I love the opening shot. There was an
Mm.
opening shot with a subway, it kind of went every 2 seconds, kind of black screen, and it kind of had this ominous feeling. And but even the use of the coloring, the sound in the shots, the up close shots, it really built up this tension. So you're like, oh my god, what's going to happen, what's going to happen? And yeah, I thought it was extremely well made. I won't reveal the ending, but I thought it was let down a little bit by the ending.
Yeah,
It kind of made it comedic
yeah.
rather than um the horror genre. So it's like, yeah, this I didn't like that, but the rest of it I thought was terrific, and it definitely had me on tender hooks. And brilliant sound design, I must say, in this, which we need for a horror film. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of guerrilla filmmaking and stuff, when the subway bits and the I think she leaves and goes to the bus later on. So who knows if they got permission from the city to film in the subway or on the buses and stuff like that. So they did a nice job if it was that style of not necessarily making it look like that's what they were doing, even on the bus where it's kind of an extreme close up on her. It works because you're going through like her head and like what's happening and stuff. Although I do question her ability to, I mean, I guess we kind of know why her phone worked in the subway but it was kind of funny when the phone rings in the subway. I'm like, whatever, whose phone
I
works in
didn't
the
cop that
subway?
actually. Only when you said it now, I didn't realize a phone wouldn't work in a subway, would it?
Well, there
Yeah.
No.
was maybe maybe it's very shallow, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they sometimes work.
yeah, it
Exactly.
does.
That's
Yeah,
that's why I thought it was funny. I'm like, yeah, what subway is this?
maybe
Um,
there's very good Wi-Fi, and
Yeah.
maybe
yeah.
she's using WhatsApp
Hmm.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. And then there's a bit with a knife without revealing it that I kind of questioned how the knife changed hands and that kind of stuff so quickly and easily. But without that, again, I don't want to reveal it. So there are all those aspects, but yeah, for a low budget short horror is hard to do in general because it's all been done. So how do you create suspense when we've all seen horror films? And so really it's just kind of waiting to see, well, what's going to be the outcome in this particular horror film. So yeah, it was a nice little outcome, I thought. It was believable. It worked for the scenario, but you know, yeah, it was all right.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Claire. Like that, there was one thing I thought it did sort of detract from me a little bit. I'll call it the gotcha scene. I thought
Yeah.
that that was probably unnecessary, really.
Yeah, and I noticed in the comments people agreed to say that that's not wasn't necessary. So it
Yeah,
just added a bit like, oh, that's a bit corny.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
because it would have worked better with what the police were saying
yeah,
at the end without that gotcha bit.
yeah, yeah. That was whoever. Check who the editor was, and it was probably the same guy, though.
Yeah, it
Uh,
probably was.
yeah,
But timing wise, good. It was good too because it was only like 5 minutes, so it was nice
yeah,
that it wasn't too long in a lot of ways, especially for the locations and the story that they were telling. I thought it was a really tightly edited film in regards to the timing.
yeah. I didn't notice what about he changed hands with the knife, but like it's very well because it creates a kind of a claustrophobic feeling, just a close up and the two of them moving towards each other, and it does give you a sense of anxiety watching that. What are you doing? Holding the knife, saying, and then the talking and him saying, what's wrong, honey? And it was very, for a low budget, it was really, really well done, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that pause there usually means we're ready for the ratings. So, Claire, you want to go or you want me to go?
So I'll go. So it was very well made. A really good example of how to make a really good no budget horror film. Brilliant soundscape. Let down by the ending, but I'll still give it 4 stars.
I agree. It was nicely made. It looked good. It sounded good. I thought her performance was good. Um, so it was okay. I'm kind of a bit of a horror film snob, so I'm gonna go 3 stars on this one.
3 stars. Yeah, I'm between stars on this. Uh, I, I I'm kind of hovering around like 3.5, and I feel because it was a low budget short, I kind of think, okay, I'll give it the extra half, but then maybe take that off again because I got you. But I won't actually. I'll leave it at 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars.
There we go. All right, folks. It's a pretty good film, we think. So check it out. It's called Doppelganger. You can find it. We found it on YouTube at only 480p though, which was kind of annoying. Did you guys notice that the video quality?
No.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Anyway, it's on YouTube. You can check it out. It's called Doppelganger. Let us know what you think of it. You can always contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at No Budget Show. Or, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you got that little comment thing down below that you can type a note in. And anyways, we'll say see you next time and goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.